Well, folks, we've got more clout in Washington than agriculture ever thought they had. At least that was proven in the last 7 or 8 days. Hi, everybody. It's time for the Steckline Report. Glad that you had time to join us today. I'm going to talk about what happened in Washington to the good of agriculture in just a minute, so stand by.
Every father would like to have their son farm with them and grandson and continue to farm. It's kind of a legacy, I guess. And then my dad was a farmer, and then of course then I am and my son. So actually Jackson, would be the 5th generation from my grandfather. It's going to be key for us to have American Ag Credit. It's a long-term partnership with them is what it is.
Well, folks, there were plans to cut $3 billion out of the federal crop insurance program in the next 8 years. And all of that was reversed after members of the House Ag Committee announced an agreement that had been reached to leave the program alone as part of a 2-year budget deal that they were working on, and the Senate followed suit. The House passed a bill, 266 to 167, unanimous support from Democrats, 79 votes from Republicans, changing the direction of the proposed cuts to crop insurance, and all that came following pressure levied by anybody that could spell agriculture. Quite honestly, I've never seen anybody or that many folks get up in arms in less than 24 hours to put pressure on everybody in Washington to say, hold the phone, friends. The federal crop insurance program is the only thing that we have left that seems to make some sense out of Washington for agriculture and the future of food production. In any event, most of the folks on the Hill listened to that and carried forward with reversing their ideas and cutting it out of that particular bill. So we're not going to worry about that, although we are taking that 6.8% cut on payments. And I want to talk about payments in just a minute. But Conaway, the Ag Committee chairman over in the House, really said that he wanted to thank his colleagues and everybody who made it clear that the attempt to gut crop insurance was not acceptable. The 2014 Farm Bill, they kept in front of everybody saying that that was a $23 billion cut for agriculture. That's enough. We don't need any more. And the federal crop insurance program, my goodness, is the only thing that we have left in case of bad weather conditions and poor crops around the country. Well, USDA's Farm Service Agency released a series of maps detailing the haves and have-nots when it comes to payments for ARC or PLC. This is going to be interesting. So those of you who are watching this program, I can guarantee you many of you will have questions that you're going to have to call the FSA office on. $3.9 billion in commodity payments started out about a week ago. I don't know if you've gotten yours yet or not. Some of you may be expecting some, and you won't get anything. Even though corn prices fell from a national market average of $4.46 a bushel in 2013 and 14 to $3.70 for the entire crop for 14 and 15, the lower prices didn't trigger an ARC payment, ARC county payment, in the counties where high yields were shown. And so consequently, absolutely no checks to farmers in those counties. So a bumper crop washes out the payment. Farmers throughout most of Missouri saw historically high corn yields, so only a couple of counties there triggered any kind of ARC payments. The same holds true for Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, Southern Illinois, Southeast Kansas, Northeast Oklahoma. Strong average county yields in those areas pushed farmers above the revenue guaranteed by the ARC program, and so no payments at all. The reverse is true, though, for farmers in Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, Ohio, larger parts of Iowa, Nebraska, and the Dakotas. The FSA maps show county yields weren't enough in those areas to overcome the lower corn prices, so a check will be coming there. For wheat, ARC County generated payments predominantly in the southern plains, Kansas, Oklahoma, and the Texas Panhandle, as well as the major growing counties in Washington State, Oregon, and northern Illinois. So there you go, friends. About all I can tell you is that if you don't get a check in the mail, you might call the FSA office. And by the way, the first winter wheat ratings are out, and they are not as good as last year. with about 95% of our wheat planted in this country, hard red winter wheat, it looks like 47% of the crop is in the excellent, good or excellent category. 59% was in that category a year ago. So we're already down and looking for more moisture, especially in the Midwest. And I'll be looking for you on the next Steckline Report.